I mean, when you think about the way teachers teach singers and the way teachers teach players, the singing teacher says, you got to sing it like somebody plays a violin. The violin teacher says, you got to play it like somebody's singing. So all these qualities are intertwined. All right, to be a little bit more specific, breathing. You know, when you play an instrument, breathing is so important, especially if you don't play a woodwind or a brass instrument where breathing is necessary. So it's extremely important, especially for string players, to breathe. Phrasing, everything has got to be vocal. So when Toby came up with this, you see, Toby comes up with all the ideas for the camp. It wasn't my idea at all, but when she came up with this idea, you know, it was so obviously right to do. And
well, it does other things from a social point of view. It brings the community of the camp with the faculty and fellows together every day in a non-competitive musical experience.
They're all equal suddenly.
Yeah, nobody knows how to sing. We have the most fantastic chorus master, which is, again, it's the role of the teacher. How good are we? We're only as good as our faculty.
Now, it came as a surprise to a lot of people in the jazz world when Ben Webster talked about always thinking about the lyric while he was playing, while he was improvising on the tenor saxophone. And I would assume to some degree it's the same sort of thing. Once you've sung something, it's that you have a double connection to the piece of music.
Absolutely.
Does it help you to remember it better too? I mean, rather than just seeing it as a string of notes that you memorized?
No, I no, not necessarily. I just think
because some musicians actually sing along, don't they?
That's right. We know one such. I remember listening to a radio disc jockey announcing a piece by Glenn Gould, and he said, Glenn Gould will now accompany himself on the piano in a Bach piece, you know. So,
of course, you want your singers to have a little more of a melodic sense than Glenn Gould had when he played. He was the whole
I know,
time.
but it only shows you that, you know, when you play something, that when you really actually feel it in your body, and that's what you want to do. You don't want to actually play and be above what you're doing. You want to be very, very much involved in it. And I think that singing, of course, we don't just sing anything, you know. We are serious, you know. We're talking about Mozart Requiem, Brahms Requiem, masses, things like this. You know, if it's not like let's do a song. It's a very serious kind of experience.
And it turns out that everybody sings rather well. I would assume that there are some musicians who can play well, but wouldn't necessarily be able to sing in tune.
Well,
that's interesting. We really sing in tune.
Oh, yeah.
We do.
Does everybody participate? Has
Yes.
anybody said, I can't sing?
Oh, the new ones.
Yeah.
They all say, oh, I can't, Mrs. P, I can't sing in course because and of course, after one rehearsal, they're hooked.
No, it's absolutely a wonderful experience.
So the whole idea here is to give these students a holistic sense of music.
That's right.
To humanize the experience.
Absolutely.
Which is where music started, didn't it? You were talking about how they tell an instrumentalist to think about singing. Well, in the early days, an instrument was meant to be an extension of the voice, wasn't it?
I think so. I mean, now too, you know, sing it, play it the way you would sing it. Look, if everybody sang every day, the psychiatrist would be out of business. That's my thesis.